Worldwide, 2014 should be better on the economic front than 2013, so say the experts. The International Monetary Fund projects global growth in gross domestic product of 3.6% in 2014. Inflation and interest rates are low in most of the world. Oil prices are expected to fall, and companies are sitting on cash. Let's have a look.
If you want your financial life to be better in 2014, consider acting on these New Year's resolutions. Don't buy something on credit unless you know how and when you're going to pay it off. It's not necessarily bad to take out a loan or charge something on a credit card. It is bad if you don't have a solid repayment plan before deciding to spend the money. Look at your insurance policies, particularly auto and homeowners and renters. If you're among the half of all consumers who don't save any money every week or month, then start. You can begin by saving just $1 a week, teaching yourself the discipline of saving. Remember to look for coupons when you're doing online shopping. Check your credit report. It's free by law, and it's easy. Mistakes can affect the interest rates we pay. Write down how much you think you spend a month on groceries or entertainment or clothes or miscellaneous expenses like parking and postage stamps and co-payments for doctor's visits. And then next month, track how much you really spend. If you have an ATM card but never use it as a debit card, ask your bank to give you an ATM-only card instead. If you do like to use a debit card, learn from the Target breach and at least open a secondary checking account and get a debit card only for that account. Thousands learned this the hard way after the Target fiasco. Always carry at least 2 forms of payment with you, preferably one of them cash. Look what they do with your personal information. Check with people you care to see whether they need help understanding the gas bill, reviewing insurance coverage, bank fees, or reading the fine print on documents. Anytime you call a company to complain about a bank fee or to reschedule an appointment or to find out whether a store has an item in stock, calculate how much you think you will need to retire. Unless you have no debt and have all the money you need for retirement, learn what questions you should ask and the answers you should get.
Well, to talk more about keeping your financial footing in the new year, we have our financial expert, Thomas Lavecchia, joining us, along with Dee Dee Benkie and Jackie Guzda. So good to see you again, and we wish everybody a happy new year.
Happy New Year, mate.
Let's talk about this. Now, behind the scenes, when we were watching that story right there, I had some ladies over here that were laughing about the saving $1 a week. Now, Dee Dee, I think you said, well, if you're 5 years old, that's okay.
That might be good.
But I'm going to counter that with, I bet you that $50 is more than a lot of adults are saving in 2013. So Tom, we're going to have you kind of break it down for us. Let's talk about some of the, I know you said one of the top things that you're advising people to do is take stock of your finances. If you can explain that to us.
Yes, 3 things that are essential for managing your personal finances should be managed as if it's a business. There's 3 things that are essential. The first is a personal profit and loss statement. Basically what's going in versus what's going out. So you can identify if you're making money or losing money currently. The second is a balance sheet, basically taking all your assets, what you own, versus your debt, and then you have a net number, so hopefully you're in the black and you have assets to protect and grow. And the third is a cash flow statement. So even though you have a profit and loss statement, a cash flow statement basically is at the end of the month, if I have $1 in the bank, and then the next month, the end of the month, is there more than $1 or less than $1, and that's your cash flow statement. So are you cash positive or are you cash negative? If you're cash negative, you have some heavy lifting to doing, but if you're cash positive, you continue to grow your savings and your net worth. And
I can see that Dee Dee and Jackie are both listening. Like, this is great advice, because we get the free advice right now. We get the financial expert to come in and explain to us. Now, if we have, if we want to start doing things to obviously increase our income, what are some of your tips? I mean, obviously you can get a job, you can go do different things, but what are you advising people to do in 2014?
Well, it's simple. So if you make more money and you spend less money, you have more money net, right? So for example, some of the things you should do is, if you have a job, right, obviously, you should maybe work on some skills to get a promotion. You may want to look to do some of your passion projects on the side. Multi-level marketing, if done correctly, is a great idea. I also do a lot with digital marketing, so there's a lot of great opportunities digitally to make money through affiliate programs and so forth. So work to make some more money while manage your expenses accordingly, and then that'll sink to the bottom line.
Let me ask you, Dee Dee and Jackie, just in terms of this past year, we did so many stories on the economy and talked about the economy. Do you feel more positive going into 2014, both on the personal front and just, looking at the global issues?
Personally, I do, because, I think at the end of the year, some people, New Year's Eve, they're like, oh, it's kind of depressing. I'm always excited about it because it's a clean slate. Let's go guns a-blazing. Now, as far as the country, economy's still not so great, but for me, I feel good.
Jackie?
Well, the numbers in the economy are going up. I think there's a lag, though, as how the middle class is feeling. You and I don't feel that things are getting any better. So, once that catches up, once we, the people, start to see our lives be a little bit better and match those numbers, I think the whole attitude is going up.
Well, of course, today the headlines are dominated by 1.5 million people losing their jobless claims. So I'm sure a lot of those folks are not feeling too positive today. Let's talk about cash is king. You had explained because of this whole Target fiasco. Yes. And if you can explain to us again about why it's so important to keep maybe one credit card to keep track. And as that story also said that we saw, the debit card can be dangerous.
Yes. So the key is to really keep it simple. So if you have one credit card, one debit card, and maybe a backup checking account, if there's any breach or any issue, you will know right away. Versus if you have a Target card, a Macy's card, an Amex card, etc., it gets tricky and a slippery slope when something happens. You have to find the phone numbers and so forth. But if you have one main credit card, one main debit, and a separate ancillary checking account, that's all you need. And obviously savings to put when you make some money in there, and that's all you really need.
And so even if you're a millionaire or if you're making $50,000, it's better to keep it simple.
Correct. One of the fallacies is that people believe that if you have more money or if you're more affluent, that it gets more complex. Frankly, if you're a high net worth individual, the way the banking system is, they have one point of contact that manages all their assets, their financial assets, insurance assets, and so forth. Just keep it simple, because that's what the wealthy do. So think, if you project yourself to be wealthy, you'll become wealthy, and you need to take the course and the right actions to get there.
Okay, better get the right money,
okay,
guys.
Girls, I'm thinking I'm projecting wealth for 2014, Dee Dee. I'm right there with you. Clean slate.
Yeah, that could be our money guy. Be our money
Exactly.
I'd be
but
happy
we get
to.
free advice now.
Okay, fair enough, fair enough. Just keep having me on, it'll be fun.
One of the things to this day my mom is always yelling at me about is the coupons. I am the worst coupon cutter. No, I'm actually a really good coupon cutter. I get them on my iPhone. I do get coupons. I just always forget the coupons.
Oh, that works. I've never done that. I know I'm not going to. I mean, at least you're trying. I'm like, it'll never happen for me. Oh, I know I'll never use them.
Oh, well, that's because they're paper. You know what?
Because they're paper, you're right.
Yeah, what works for me is that I do a lot of online shopping, and so I will go to the sites like Retail Me Not and get $5, $15 off of my purchase. Also the air miles.
A good idea?
Great idea. Retail Me Not is a great resource. Basically, if you go on any website, before you actually buy, if you Google, type in coupons for that website, 9 out of 10 times there's something out there. So there's no coupon clipping. You don't feel cheap by buying. It's private and it's in your home or wherever using your digital source. And it's a great resource to get money off at the quote-unquote cash register without
and it's funny you
much
say
of a
that
hassle.
because when I would always see that and I'd always feel weird, like, oh, here, I don't have enough money. Here's the coupon. I always felt weird about that.
Our final thing, how about $1 a day? $1 a day in the bank?
$1 a day bank is a great idea. It's a starting point, especially if you're in the red. So $1 a day is a great start.
Yes, idea. Good idea, Mia.
It's ridiculous.
All right. Well, I think Dee Dee and I are doing the $1 a day.
Yeah, I like it. $1 a day.
Don't go away, everyone. When we come back, we're going to go to the lightning round. That's next.